Hello and welcome back to Tantrum Paga United Fan TV. 3-3 draw away at Hougang at the Jalan Stadium. Ollie, what are your thoughts on the game?
Well, I have to say, brilliant to get a late equalizer to rescue a point.
90 plus 2.
Yeah, I mean, I've been missing some great entertainment, and luckily I got a bit of it in this game. At least we finally, in what seemingly a long time, got avoided defeat in a game apart from Young Lions, which was decent to know. However, I do need to think about the whole game, and I did see I kind of started to notice some very clear problems based off today's game. So the past few games, I think it's made myself very clear, and it made it pretty obvious in this game. Whenever it only really takes us 1 or 2 goals, mostly 2, to start actually playing a lot better in the game. Usually we kind of sit back a little bit, and we sometimes it's quite difficult for our players to get the ball off our opponents, and that was quite clear here again. And when we made a lot of long passes, and it just was never going to the feet of any of our players, and that was another big problem with us.
Let me ask you, do you think that there's a bit of a problem of laziness within our squad sometimes?
I think definitely. There were times during the game today where we were walking literally. Some of our players were walking when Hougang were, on threatening us with attack.
Yeah.
And I think our players really should have been more up for it. But like I just said earlier, it takes us 2 goals to start playing a lot better. And to be honest, we genuinely could concede any time. So it's probably fortunate that even after that late goal, we did not concede anymore after that.
Do you think that if we kept up the intensity that we did in the final 10 minutes or so, if we did that the whole game, or at least most of the game, or half the game even, do you think we would have won?
There's genuinely every chance that, not just today, but other games, we could have potentially got way more points than we did if we start playing towards the end, the entire game.
Or at least more of the game, because it's pretty tiring.
Yeah, at least most of the game, but at least if we had a better defense, and if we started had more firepower for almost all the game, we'd be getting a lot more points. We'd be a lot higher up in the table.
So what should we learn from this game before our final game, which is in 4 weeks, by the way, against Brunei at home? And by the way, to all the Tantrum Paga fans, please go to the game. We need to sell out our final game of the season. It's important.
Yeah, of course.
So what do you think?
We need to kind of, it's the last game of the season against Brunei. We're at home as well. I'd like to think our players will bring us a bit of a show to end the season from what has genuinely been a pretty bad season in Hull for the Jaguars. But I'd like to see them kind of concede less, maybe keep a clean sheet. But I think a win as well. I know it's not really. It would be papering over the cracks in a way, but to avoid finishing second last in the SPL over Brunei, I think that would at least be some sort of happiness that we can take away from this season.
All right, thank you, Ollie. And by the way, stay tuned. We're going to have the pregame show ahead of the Brunei game. And after the Brunei interviews, we're going to do an entire season recap. And then also, we can't wait for the Singapore Cup. So thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Make sure to subscribe.